and not exactly the poem. It's titled Free, and it's centered around the idea of the dynamics of being black today.
Wow.
So, yes, I'll begin. It's like an illusion. We're clouded with hallucination and deception even, to think that we are free, emancipated, when truly the chains are still on, fastened. 400 years ago, they're on our hands and feet. Now they're on our minds, the way we think, the way we follow the trends that drove us to sleep, to call up the giant of pretense from so deep. Free where? Free how? When on the streets, all I see are black men in white camouflage, with the guts to wear ball gowns and tuxedos on an African stage. They said the event was African, yet all I saw were lost men and women looking as if they didn't have an identity, as if it would cost them more to wear a buba or shokoto or royal attire just for the culture. It's a bad omen when Abba boys can only make it by making counterfeits. So Adidas has to turn to Adidas and Toyota has to turn to Toyota just so a guy can make a name for himself and some cash. Because if he tried originality, his brother would say it wasn't quality, Nigerian made. They amass money in excess and buy Porsches and yachts and call it success. Meanwhile, education is unstable and federal students are in distress. The government sits in silence where the farm dwells in nothingness. Free where? Free how? When they laud themselves all morning, black is beautiful, yet they bleach it all away with a cream called Caro. Mama Yallow's face is white as a ghost. She shines like the heavenly host. She doesn't like her dark skin, and her big nose is a problem, so she contours it with contour, foundation and concealer, 50 shades lighter, so that there isn't a trace that there was ever an African underneath that mask. The lighter, the better. Yes, they sing brown skin girls all morning and congratulate Ghana for winning the Grammy and go behind and tell their kids that pidgin language is uncultured and hoodie. Free where? Free how? When they go abroad and form an accent, Damilola turns to Damilorila and Fon turns to Grace. They are ashamed of their descent. They shun cultural attire and call it indecent. Meanwhile, miniskirts and crop tops are more complacent. Cultural dance is vulgar, probable, but sensual salsa is more acceptable. Free where? When all they want is money, even if it costs the life of family, ritual, Yahoo minus plus, and all they like is power, even if everything else were to cower and die. And they think we can be alone, and that in this race we don't need each other, so they bicker and rant on social media, sitting under the umbrella of xenophobia, tribalism, and nepotism, and still come back with the guts to chant black power. I'm stunned, because these beautiful people actually think that they are free. But if we rise and decide that we can only move if we did it in one stride, and we can only groove if the drums belong to our land, and that African attire belongs on an African stage, an African culture on a world page, then we will be free. And if we agree with me that we learned from all these years of pain and that the shackles were not in vain, then we would be stronger. If we agree with me that our unity is key and the problem is not in our diversity, then we would go higher. If we agree with me that we should develop ourselves and stop adding to those with more than enough reserves, then we will be the baddest, the best. But most importantly, if we agree with me that above all is love, hope, and humanity, then we will be free. Thank you.